Hey everybody, Ian Henderson here, working on our agency presentation. I was fortunate enough to have the beautiful project of NC located right here in North Carolina. So, really interesting, really impactful, organization, and looking at what they do was really impactful for, the people that they are trying to target. So, here we go. So the first thing we're gonna look at is the focus of the beautiful project NC, right? So we're looking at the focus of what this organization brings. Um, they're able to provide free access to arts education, and through that, they're able to train in things like visual arts, storytelling, cultural literacy, and a couple other topics as well. I think another focus for this company would be how much importance they put on the families that they partner with, and the communities and the schools and things like that you know they want to create this beautiful image of young black girls, but also the whole black youth community as well. So using these the arts education and the training within that to really impact families and create this image of the young black youth community. So after the focus, we can look back on, the history of, this program, this organization, and where it came from and who it came from. So it actually began about almost 20 years ago, in 2004, by a woman named Jamaica Gilmer. She had a dream that she wanted to really impact young black girls through this arts, right? Through things like photography and just the whole visual art scene. She wanted to be able to, impact this, group of people. And that was her dream. As time went, others were able to kind of join as the organization got a little bit bigger, and they wanted to build kind of like a dream house, where all these young youth, the black girls could really, articulate themselves and with what they needed and what their dreams were, just like her. Right, so that was kind of how it really got started and how it kind of built up to where it is now. After the history, we can look at kind of what's the purpose, right? So focus and purpose have a little bit of a different, outlook, right? So when we think about purpose of the beautiful project NC, their ultimate real mission was to, declare this kind of this beautiful aspect of these young black girls through art and the different creative and recreational experiences that they're able to provide, right? So they were able to kind of teach the youth how to use their voice and empower itself through images, through stories, and justice itself, for their own self-being, right? So for their wellness and their own recognition. They would have programs, have a sense of community and self empowerment to kind of help while learning what they're teaching. It's very encouraging for the youth that they're trying to target, to use photography, writing, and all these different art expressions to really find themselves, right? What's their identity? And so they can all use it with storytelling and from healing. They might be going through really tough times, and this is a way to kind of bring them out of that and be around other people that just have that positive vibe. So moving on to the link to recreation. when we think about the link to recreation, um, this project and this organization really links art with recreation. Um, Obviously through the different artistic expressions and things that are used. So they use visual and literary arts as the tools for their own personal well-being, for that healing, for that for that change in culture, right? Just like what we talked about with what they may be going through. We're trying to change that, change that outlook on their lives, right? So um, really linking that art with recreation, is the link there. Now they also have, when we think about the programs and stuff that they were able to have, in the last section, the purpose section, um, they have workshops, and they're actually called Encounter the Arts. And the focus on these is to really, you know, introduce these young people to art as, for self-expression and a reflection for themselves. This kind of supports the emotional side of it all. And through wellness and recreational and artistic activities, right? So having these workshops was really important, for linking the art with the recreation. Moving on to the ages and types of people served within this project. The main people that were the ages involved in this program were youth in the age range of 12 to 22. And the primary focus was on young black girls, right? We see that a lot highlighted within all of their stuff. Now, in there, it does show that even if you're not a young black girl, then you're still able to be a vocal point for their program. You're still able to really participate, even if you're not black, and no matter what race, no matter what ethnicity, all of that. You're still able to participate. They actually partner with different community organizations and different art institutions to really provide these workshops and the productions and the publications, really to connect with that diverse audience. And I think that's really important because that really allows kind of all walks of life to really walk the same life, right? We all want to walk the same positive life, and I think they're doing a good job of being able to provide that. Looking back on the project, I really think that this program itself is very impactful. I said at the beginning, and I think it's just that's the one word that really is important when learning about this. I think the age range of 12 to 22 is such an important range for young people to really learn and come into their own. And having a program like this really allows them to kind of get away from some of the stress and even overcome that stress through art and the things that Jamaica has provided for them. A very important time in their lives, and being able to have a program like this can really impact and kind of determine the routes that they may go within their life, right? So being a positive light for these young, this youth community is definitely very, very important. So, really good project, really learned a lot from it, and looking forward to hearing about some others.